Alright, and here is the video review for KFC's DITKA. Welcome, welcome. I'm sure you've noticed some changes to the channel over the course of the last week or so. That's going to be changing. We're probably going to have a new video intro soon as well. So I'm looking forward to all that. That's kind of been a new rebranding effort. And I appreciate the help the folks at TF Source have given to me in that situation. It's pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes. I hope you like the new logo and icon and all that good stuff. So anyway, here is DITKA. No relation. He is obviously Blitzwing. Here he is in tank mode. Not a whole lot to talk about here in tank mode. He does have some four wheels on the bottom to help him roll along. The treads do not move. And you just have a rotating turret. Although you will notice that due to how he works, the turret rotating bit is there near the front of the turret. It does slide, so you could move it so it's more in the center, although it does the turret a little further back. You can also have them face the other way if you want, and then in which case the turret sits to the back a little bit. Don't know why I'm having such a pain. Oh, there we go. Because he goes on in one certain way. I seem to have messed that up. There we go. So yeah, there's the tank. This hinge over here, I don't know why this is being such a patoot all of a sudden. This did click just as well as this side over here, and now suddenly this last click is being a little wobbly, but it should click and hold fairly securely here in tank mode. But yeah, that's about it. His little hatches do open, if you're curious. He also comes with a lot of, a couple of, several different launchers and things. He does come with a lot of little build your own missiles and armaments, including some little missile racks. Mostly these work for jet mode, but you can attach them to the tank, I guess, if you wanted to. These especially, if you want to like mount them back here. There's little holes for where you can, there's holes in the treads. There's places you can attach some of this stuff if you want, but you just want to give them some missiles around the back for whatever nefarious reason. There you go. And like I said, the individual missiles do come off of there fairly easily. Come on out of there. Come on out of there, Auto Brat. Anyway. But yeah, they all come on a sprue, and you have to... These are all in like 2 or 3 pieces each, and then the brown piece is a separate piece. So you have to build a bunch of various missiles. And to transform him into jet mode, you can leave this on, but it's a little easier to just go ahead and pop it off. You know, go ahead and lift this piece up and flip it around to expose the jet thrusters hidden inside. You can transform with it all attached, but like I said, it's easier this way. And it's very similar to the old school one. You just kind of bring this around, lift this piece up. You can see there's a little peg there, so this peg's in here to hold that in place. Lift this up. Same over here. And you can see the jets starting to already come together. It's not super difficult. Flip them over. Oh, look, there is the thrusters in the jet mode. You open up this piece right here. These pieces rotate like this, out of the way. There's some extending landing gear. This comes up. Open this up. Open this up. Bring the whole cockpit out and around. Fold this in underneath there, and you can see now that fills in and should plug in right there like that. Fold the head back in, fold these panels back down, open up the nose cone, and flip out the nose cone on the ball joint. So you lift this up, rotate it around, fold it down, close the nose cone back up. These, if you want them, turn around and hook together to form the front landing gear. Reattach the, well, I guess it's hard to do with this piece, but maybe just fold it down like that for the landing gear, because the other landing gear are here actually on the tank turret. But if you use that, then you can't use or you can just rotate these out. You can plug them together, or if you want to rotate them out to the other side, like that, you can do so. Come on, go all the way, go all the way. It's not really intended to do that, as you can tell, but there we go. And then you can attach this right here, slide it all the way back. And then he's got some extra wheels back here, and you have the turret underneath the jet mode. Although that does, wow, that really puts the weight, and that's as far back as you can slide. Maybe you put that down to support it, I don't know. There we go. So here's a fat jet mode. He does have some, he does also have, you need to open these up to do it. Some tail fins that flip up and fit there in the gap. All this is said and done. This side over here, this one is super loose. It just did not. I've tried squeezing the pin in. You can see, because it's not supposed to slide past that. You can see how it wobbles. I tried pushing the pin in and it just didn't work. But yeah. But there basically is his jet mode. And like I said, it's very much like the old G1 toy. It's not the best jet mode, but it kind of gets the job done. Again, the missiles can attach in various places if you wish. Under the wings, there's an attachment point under here. Actually, there's a couple of attachment points under here, although I don't think they can fit quite this. Oh, maybe they can. How about that? But yeah, you can plug in the missiles or any of the various weapons that you've built so far. These have still the brown pieces attached to them, but you attach various missiles. But here he's got some little missile launchers that attach, that you can attach under here, and these are actually spring-loaded, and they've got a pretty decent amount of force behind them. Like, I haven't done a full distance test, but I mean, like, you can see clean, and that would probably go 15-20 feet if I just let it go across the kitchen. But you can peg those in under here as well. And there's jet mode. Then we'll go ahead and take him and we'll go to robot mode. We'll go ahead and pop. Actually, let me see if I can try to leave this on. Nope, I'm not going to go because I need to get these folded back up. And so we'll fold the landing gear up, lift this back up, open these panels, obviously, because that's going to open up the robot mode chest. And here we can bring the robot mode head up. And there's a little peg here that pegs in right here. Got to fold the jet nose cone back in. So again, you lift it up, you rotate it around, and then fold it down into the body. Close that up. Fold this piece down, and then this piece I think folds down like this. Yeah, and that gives you enough clearance to put the robot mode head in place, just like that. These panels attach from the legs here. They come up. You can see there's a sliding gear here. They slide down. This piece, the arm right here, comes out. And this whole assembly, the arm comes down, this comes up, and then this pegs in, the little square peg pegs in right here on the side of the torso, like that. And clip this back into place. Here I want to go ahead and have this reattached. I'm going to lift this up because otherwise, like, this has to go in under these panels, and if it doesn't, then you're kind of boned. Or it's not really boned, but it's much harder to get everything attached if you have it like this. See, the panels just kind of sit there and cover up the turret on the back. Same thing on this side. Bring this piece up, slide it down, attach this, and bring the arm up. Bring the whole assembly forward on this purple piece. Rotate that up. And plug that purple piece into the side of the body. Like that. Put this into place, fold this closed, attach that back together, fold that up if you want, expose the thrusters, put the shoulders up, fold these back down, the legs extend, These should fold up and stay in place, although again, this guy has not. I have pinched this together to push that pin in to hold this tighter, and it worked for about half a transformation, but those should flip up. The feet come down, these little pieces come up, and they rotate all the way around like this, so the toe comes forward. And then this piece flips back. And then there's an extended heel piece. You can see this piece flips back like this, and then even these pieces, if you need more extension, fold all the way back like that. So he's got a super extended foot back here. Although that still doesn't do a whole lot to support him. Stupid fin. Rotate this around, bring the foot around and extend these. Plug that up into the foot pipe. Well, that's just going to droop. Then you rotate the arms forward, open up these, and these are actually fairly easy to flip out. And again, he's got fully articulated fingers as well, which are less of a pain than the X-Transbot's Hoist and Trailbreaker, because the fists are so much easier to flip out. So you're not having to put a lot of pressure on the fingers to try and pry that piece out of the thing. Let me bring this up a little bit here. And we'll do the other hand. Go ahead and refocus this. I've got like a mega headache tonight, so I apologize if I'm off a little bit because it's just not agreeing with me. But there he is in robot mode. He's a little back heavy, and he's kind of hard to get to stand properly. Or at least straight. He tends to lean no matter where I put the notches in his legs. This fin, I would complain more about this fin, except this is clear, one, a test shot, and two, clearly not probably going to be an issue on every single version of this figure. It's just mine happen to have a loose fin. Hopefully yours does not. But here he's in a robot mode. He's got the head articulation. He can look side to side. He can look up and down. Shoulders. So you see the ratchet there. Out. Bicep swivel. Dual hinge elbows, so you can get a pretty decent fold on them. Waist swivel with ratchets front and back, side to side on the legs. Thigh swivel. Does not have dual hinge knees, so you get about that far, although his backpack would keep him from bending much farther anyway. And then you got some pretty decent articulation in the toes, if you want it. Although, like I said, getting him to stand upright can be a bit of a challenge, especially with the back heaviness and all that. So you may not want to use a whole lot of more dynamic poses for his legs, but anyway. He comes with a sword, which does light up, although I've got a whole butt ton of button cell batteries now that I bought in preparation for just to have at the ready. And I don't have the right ones for this one, of course. But you just unscrew this, put the batteries in, and you just have a little purple light up sword, which again has a little tab, which can be fitted into his hand, like so. And you can hold the sword. He also has a little fold-up gun. And again, prying tool, always good to have by your side. You can take this and flip this down like that. And then again, you've got the little tab that you can hold in his hand to give him his gun. He also, because they named him DITKA, comes with a football. So you can open up his hand and he can go for a long pass. I do like that he can wrap his fingers around it. So you got a football. And you do get an alternate head, which evokes the animated, monocled Blitzwing. It's okay, but I mean, like, I prefer the more G1-esque head. And quick size comparison as a Decepticon triple changer. Since he just showed up today, here he is with Masterpiece Megatron. Just to give you an idea about how big he is. And actually, just for the fun of it, we'll also bring in, since he's right here as well, Masterpiece Optimus. So you know just about how big he is as an MP. A little bigger than Optimus. Well, actually shorter at the head, but mass-wise, a little bigger. I feel like, I don't know if he's the best Blitzwing we've gotten. The other one I had was DX9s, maybe. Was a better effort. This one has more of a G1 feel, and I feel like alt mode wise, I think his tank mode is very solid. His jet mode is very G1-esque, and all that implies, if that's what you're looking for. But all in all, like good accessories. Not a super difficult transformation once you get it all down. It looks intimidating at first, and then you're like, oh, this is like the G1 toy, and it's done. And I kind of dig the novelty of building your own little missiles, little plastic model kit on a sprue. But there's just a few, and again, maybe on the final versions these aren't bad. And if you have a final version, let me know. They changed the colors on this. They made the tan darker, which I'm not sure of, but they made the purple a much better purple. So, because before it had a really light tan and a really, really dark purple. I've seen pictures of it. And they made the purple right, but then they made the tan darker. And I feel like if they had kept the original tan and then used this purple, it would have been perfect color-wise. But, yeah, like I said, he takes fewer liberties with the source material than previous versions have. And there's something to be said for that. But overall, as a toy, like I said, there could be a few better things. Like this thing, I'd complain more about this, but this is clearly just a quality issue. Hopefully one-off, hopefully nobody else has this. And possibly if I had a better tool for clamping this together, maybe I could squeeze that pin in a little better and have this stay more secure. It really is just a slightly loose pin, and that may be fixable on my end. I like the football. I think that's kind of a funny little touch. I'm always a big fan of light-up swords. The missile launchers, the spring-loaded missile launchers are actually quite cool, and I may find someone else to give these to, just because they're such awesome missile launchers, and they do fire pretty impressively. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not super impressed, all in all, but I feel like this is probably going to tickle a few people who are more into the hardcore G1 Blitzwing aesthetic or design inspiration, because it certainly has that. But like I said, there's just a few little things like fitment issues and like looseness things that I feel could just slightly put me off of it. So anyway, there is KFC's DITKA.